Thank you, Tom. I'm going to ask a question, which is most basic question. And this unaided awareness that does not have a break. So then how do you reconcile the fact that we need to, that there is aid needed for awareness to be awareness, which is a practice? I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's...
Yeah. You're saying if you are the unaided self, the self that shines unaided, without any help, without any external help, then why do you need a practice? Why do you need help? Why do we need a teacher? Why do we need a sadhana? Why do we need to hear the teaching? Why do we need all these aids for realization if our nature is the unaided self? So the truth is, you don't need any teachings or practices or anything. But because you are the unaided self, you are the unchanging, immortal, ever blissful self. So how could you need teacher, teaching, practice, etc., etc.? You don't. You don't need any of these things. This is what Bhagavan teaches us. You are the unaided self. He says it. He just said it. You don't need any help. You are the unaided self. You are Sat, Chit, Ananda. There is no suffering in you. There is no diversity or duality or multiplicity in you. Your nature is pure, pristine, means cannot be tainted, cannot be corrupted. Yes, everybody knows this already. Everybody, this knowledge of what you are is called self-knowledge, and everybody has it. It's shining, cannot be obscured, cannot be covered, as Suresh has said earlier. So we do not need anything. It was with the self. So why where does the teaching, the teacher, all this stuff come in then? Rahul, over to you. Tell me.
I think I got the answer, Tom. It's yes, I just need to hear it over and over again.
You don't need to do anything to be the self. See if I can find it. I found a teaching about. So the analogy is like this, Rahul. You're a lion and you're talking to me. I'm a lion. Yeah. But I think I'm a sheep. This is the story of the lion that thought he was a sheep, or she was a sheep. And the sheep is asking me, I'm asking you, I think I'm a sheep, I'm a lion. I'm saying, how do I become a lion? The sheep is the metaphor for a weak individual, body, mind, entity, subject to birth and death. Lion is a metaphor for the self-shining self. So the teaching points out, you are that. How? You don't need any sadhana. You don't need any teacher. You don't need anything outside of you because your self-knowledge is self-shining. You don't depend on anything else. You don't need anything else. You're independent. This is the teaching. It's saying, look, you don't need anything. You don't need me. You don't need a power source. You don't, and the power source here, or you don't need, it could be the practices, it could be the special mantras, it could be a special yogic meditation. You don't need any of that stuff. You don't need anything. You are the immortal, birthless, deathless self, indestructible, unbreakable, incorruptible self. This is what you are. And this knowledge that you have of yourself, that you are this deathless self, you are this immortal self. Amrita, remember, Amrita means deathless. You're this Amrita. Self is Amrita, deathless. Ajata, birthless. No birth, no death. Inconceivable. So, cannot be known with the mind. In which there is no movement, no action, no karma. The Upanishads say, with realization, all the karmas disappear. Karma means action, movement, activity. As this verse said as well in Guru Vachakova, it said the self has no activity. Self is without activity, without karma. This knowledge, you have it in you fully. You don't need somebody else to give you the knowledge. You don't need to discover the knowledge even, because it's you already have it. It's already here. In you, not in the mind, not in the body, not in the world. It's already there. It's in you. It's an innate aspect of what you are. So the teaching is saying, Tom, you are a lion already. Tattvamasi. You are that. You don't need anything. You don't need guru. You don't need grace. You don't need God. You don't need teacher, teaching. You are the self. You are that. You are that. How could you need something? It's impossible. That's it. Your nature is total happiness, peace, and love. Your nature is devoid of any negativity. If you're feeling any negativity, it's because you're not in touch with what you are. You're not connecting with what you truly are, which is total ananda, happiness, bliss, love, peace, shanti, peace, wisdom, knowledge, jnana. And when you turn away, or when you ignore or let go of body, mind, world, false self, false ego, body, mind, world, sense of self, sense of individuality, when you let go of these things, then all you're left with is the pure I am, which is blissful, expansive, immortal, timeless, all knowing, divine, holy, holy, whole, complete, lacking nothing. That's it. We already know this. We already know what we are. Fully, fully. Knowledge is fully within us, fully. As the verse has said, self-shining, self-knowing, self-illuminating, has everything inside itself already. It's just a part of what it is to know itself intuitively, not with the body-mind. There is no body-mind. It's an illusion. You don't need anything. As soon as you think you need something, you've made a mistake. Oh, I need to do this, I need to do that. No, now you've already strayed from what you are. I'll read something from Talks with Sri Ramana Maharshi. But it says something. Is actually taken from, I don't know which talk it's from, because it's taken from this book here. So can everyone see that? I don't know if you can see. I can't see myself on the screen properly. It's called How to Practice Self-Inquiry. And it's excerpts from talks with Sri Ramana Maharshi, and compiled by Michael Langford. It's not on my recommended reading list. But I met with somebody recently who was reading this book. And so I thought I'd pick it up and have a look. I've had a copy. I've had this copy for a long time. Let's have a look. This is so Michael Langford has numbered the quotes. This is quote number 136 of this book. It's from Talks with Sri Ramana Maharshi. I just don't know which talk it's from. This is what Ramana says. He says, all that we need to do is remove the obstruction. That which is eternal is not known to be so because of ignorance. Ignorance is the obstruction. Get over the ignorance and all will be well. The ignorance is identical with the I thought. Find its source, and I'm adding here, that means the self. The self is prior to the arising of the I thought. That which precedes the arising of the I thought is the source of the I thought. Find its source and it will vanish. It means discover yourself, it will vanish. That's what it means. The I thought is like a spirit, which, although not palpable, rises up simultaneously with the body, flourishes, and disappears with it. The body consciousness is the wrong I. Give up this body consciousness. It is done by seeking the source I, meaning seeking the self, what you truly are. Bhagavan only asks us to know ourselves. So whenever he says seek the source of the I thought, he just means seek your true nature. The body does not say I am. It is you who say I am the body. Find out who this I is. Seeking its source, it will vanish. What was there prior to the arising of the ego? But again, the bit I wanted to read was, all that we need to do is remove the obstruction. Ignorance is the obstruction. Get over the ignorance, all will be well. Here's quote 140. Again, it's from Talks with Sri Ramana Maharshi. It's quote 140 in this book. Ramana says, the sense of body is a thought. The thought is of the mind, and the mind rises after the I thought. The I thought is the root thought. If that is held, the other thoughts will disappear. There will then be no body, no mind, not even the ego. Questioner says, what will remain then? Ramana says, the self in its purity. The other thoughts will disappear. There will be then no body, no mind, not even the ego. Questioner, what will remain then? Ramana, the self in its purity. The idea is you know what you are. These teachings are to remind you of what you are.